Take 3. Mom called back. It was one of her friends from the Army. Her daughter is in the social work program here at USC, so she wants my help. But Mom, oh Jesus,
Mom.
me and Faison love you to death.
Yes,
But
we do, moms.
this is ridiculous because we gotta retract. Walk our steps back. But we're talking about your shit, what's my train of thought?
On the third take or the first take or the second take?
The second take.
The second take was
about the law of pussies, men. Like
no, that was the third take.
That was the third take. Okay.
That was the
No,
third take.
we were talking about the interview that she was doing. Yeah, remember the interview I said I was watching? That she did an interview with somebody on YouTube, and I was the stuff that stuck out to me about.
That was the first take.
No, that was the second take.
The second take, we was talking about how no, the third take was the courthouse.
Yeah.
The second take was what we were talking about, where women feel that in this era that they're pussies, and I was saying, well,
Go ahead.
that's only because of the fact that, ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these women now, they have major corporate roles. They have 2 or 3 jobs, maybe even 4.
Or a business of their own.
Or a business of their own, and they like, nigga, I don't need you.
And
You could step.
And I said this even on my podcast. Fuck that shit, because you do need a man in your life, because he's gonna expose some holes in you that you need to address.
Yeah, a lot of women that
and we love women.
damn near we love the shit out of you women, but when you make that comment and say, I don't need a man for shit because I'm the mother and the father, you need some fucking counseling.
For real. Because you cannot take on a role of a man to teach his son how to navigate the world the way his dad sees it.
Right, and not saying that women can't
take
care of their kids.
They give a unique perspective.
Please, if that's how you think, you need some fucking counseling.
This is coming
That's
from
a fucking fact. I don't give a fuck if you got degrees and all that. You need some fucking counseling in that area.
And this is coming from 2 guys that had counseling. Black men that had counseling.
Of course, man.
And my mom,
That
who's
is a
black,
shame.
had counseling. My dad has had counseling. And this dude is 54 years old. So it's beneficial. Yet, I think, and along the same lines is, when I got with my lady, and the reason why I'm so glad I'm with her is because there's, like I said, ebb and flow, and she can get aggressive with me, and I'm submissive to the fact that she knows something I don't know yet. She had a feeling. She told me God spoke to her when we broke up the first time because of the trust issue and said, this is your man that you need to be with, but give him time, and he will walk back into your life. And it happened. And lo and behold, we walked step by step, knowing that I know some stuff, she knows some stuff, I know some stuff, she knows some stuff, and we need each other. Period.
We need each other, men and women. We need each other. Can't be without.
And and my mom and dad have poured into us about our marriage, man, and they said that we're not gonna get in your marriage, but when you call us for help, know that you are putting your hand in a cookie jar that's 33 years deep, full of experience. And my dad can give me first-hand knowledge of what it's like to date someone who has emotional ups and downs. I mean, severely. I know some women that are more grounded, but my lady and my mom, emotional ups and downs, and I'm not struggling, but there's days where I'm just like, I can't handle it. And I want to tell her, please shut the fuck up. I love you, babe, I love you, but I just, damn it. And that's why I said I got to keep my focus, because my focus isn't on the circumstance, it's on making sure she good. So she, like for example, she went to work, 16 hours, and she was tired, exhausted. She woke up at 4:30, went to work, came back at 9. And during the day, I was like, I know she's gonna have to work on her business. And I said, let me do it, so when she get home, she can just relax. And I was already out. I was with y'all at the photo shoot. Came home, knowing her business is set up, her website's good, everything is good. And she texted me and said, babe, I appreciate you for that because that's one less thing on my list. And I had time. And so for every guy out there, make sure that even though you working hard, and I know I'm working hard, you working hard too, Dana's gonna take care of your ass. Hopefully. Or
not saying that.
Not saying
not
she
saying
doesn't.
that she is incapable, but she has a child.
True. And you have some as well.
And I have some as well. And
Yeah,
we're partners.
Y'all gotta juggle.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and not just that, you know, I mean, I got a lot of vision, so it'll be hard for someone to take care of me. I got too many ambitions and goals, and
You a real alpha male.
yeah, I guess. Now, I'm not saying I was before. You know what I mean? I was in the making.
I mean,
It's hard to be an alpha male, bro.
it is.
It is very hard.
You feel like you take on, like you feel like Atlas. You take on the world on your back.
I got a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I got a lot of responsibilities. A lot. Not saying that everybody don't.
And that's
You
not
know
an
what I mean?
excuse either for him.
Right. I'm taking care of other households. I'm supporting family members, and I do this every month.
And you see this man's skin? Like, that's stress. And look at the man's skin, yo. His hair, hairline straight. So I can only imagine what it would be like if you allowed all that circumstance to just sit on your heart and you not be able to express, hey, I need some help. I gotta go through this. I need your help with this.
I went through that.
You did?
I went through that in my marriage, and I mean, it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And
Do you feel like all guys will kind of have that in them? That's like even with me. You think?
I mean,
Based on what you
I don't
heard.
know. I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, because not everybody's not gonna tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like everyone feels that everything they go through is a secret. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you should be private, but nothing under the sun.
It's not seen.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, we can relate to people depending on who we feel comfortable with. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, we all going through the shit. We all are going through the shit, and there's counseling and therapy out there for people to reach out to and get some understanding about themselves. Because a lot of times people, I'm not gonna tell nobody about. You gotta tell somebody about what the hell you go through in order for that person to help you understand who you are.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? So why not do that? Why not, like they say, be put on the game? I want somebody to put me on the game. That way I could be even better than who I am.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple when you say it, but it's hard to apply. And I think most people, the leap of faith is, I need to be in control of the situation myself. And when it comes to getting married, on topic and or off topic with just being in a relationship or getting engaged and married, is that I realize she's gonna have some sort of perspective that I might not see, and she put me on game that no matter what I say, she knows at the end of the night I'm gonna sleep with her and be fine. And I said, "You sure?" Because I said some wild ass shit. And you've heard me speak and ask stupid ass questions, but questions that didn't make no sense to you. And when she said that, I was like, whew. And then this on topic, this is what we talked about the other day, and we were talking about the same topic. And I said, me and Faison are gonna do a podcast on this. And I said, babe, everything up until your marriage has been about you. Since yay high, you've been programmed by society to want to get married. Men are not bred that way. Men are not bred to want to get married. They're given the choice to get married. And when asked about it, maybe 30-40% of guys say, hey, I want to do it. The other 60 are kind of leaning back and forth. And one thing for me and you is we're in business for ourselves, and that becomes an issue. And when you're trying to invite somebody who's not in a business, doesn't understand the determination or the vision, and they're trying to get in on it. And when they get married, you know what issues coming up? The paper signing, prenup. And I asked her about that, and she gave me a unique perspective that I was surprised. She said, "Oh, I'm signing it." And she said it was such conviction. She was laying in the bed. She said, "I'm signing it."
That's what's up.
And I said, "You sure?" And did you hear the question right? She said, "Yeah, I heard you." And I said, "Why are you so sure about it?" Because she said, this is a scenario. She's making $600,000 at her job, whatever she's doing, and I'm making $10 million for my business I've been building for 10 years. Granted, yes, I'm not doing it at 16, but you put some years on me, you'll understand the process. And she knows what she's making. She knows what she brings to the table. I know what I did, and I know what I'm bringing to the table. You know what I said? I said, I still love you no matter what. I'm still going to share in my assets and in everything I am with you in this marriage, no matter how much money I make. And she said, "Babe, there was no question. But what you built was yours before you got in this marriage, before you got with me."
Mm-hmm.
And so for the women out there that say, and I heard it before, and women, in a group of women, and sorry to say, I'm exposing some people, I deserve that. I deserve a piece of that.
Well, the only way I feel a person deserves,
If they're going through the struggle with them,
if they're going through the struggle, if they're sitting there and they up late nights,
and they rubbing your back,
posters, that's just something outside of work. That's just something that you're supposed to cater to your man and to your woman.
Yeah.
That's separate, because
Okay.
they get that confused. Oh man, I was rubbing it. No. You're supposed to do that regardless.
Got you. Okay.
But I'm saying, if that person builds a business,
yes,
right, and that person is out there hitting the concrete, putting out flyers, passing out cards, putting brick to stone, shit like that,
yeah,
and you invest money into that shit, you deserve.
and your sweat equity, yes,
Yes,
you
deserve.
When the divorce happens, yes, you deserve half of that.
You deserve that. But if you haven't done that, man, you need to kick fucking rocks, because you don't get shit.
Aries Spears said it best. The Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
or the Real Housewives of any city, the guys that they get with got more than one comma on their check.
Mm-hmm.
They saw the you. You was eating fish sticks and lobster. You was eating fish sticks before you got in the lobster with them. You're not gonna take away my lobster and my lifestyle because you just got with me.
Mm-hmm.
I've put my entire life on hold. When you play basketball, you are dedicating a 20-hour day
Mm-hmm.
to the court, to the field, to the track, and I come home and something happens, and then now I got to give up half my empire, all I've worked for, all my sweat, because something that happened between us.
That's why that prenup has to be established right then and there. And here's another thing too.
Go ahead.
If a woman or a man doesn't sign
That lets me know what's going on.
is that person for you?
No, not in my books.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not my books. I mean, I said it, but I know what you mean.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I know I've talked to a lot of women. I've had too many conversations. I was in a program with a lot of women, and I understand y'all. Y'all understand y'all's experience, and I'm sympathetic to the fact that they've been handed a bad hand.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're not going to do is turn the table on me like I did something wrong and tell me, oh, I owe you something. Because we came in this world with 2 strikes on our ass.
But not just that. When women, they sit there and they go to court, man, that's rough, bro. Because it's like, you build a business, you're married, right? Now you didn't sign a prenup.
Mm-hmm.
You go through that business phase and you build something, right? And then next thing you know, y'all got kids or whatever. And let's just say you went out there and you cheated.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You go to court, the woman can go after everything you fucking have. And that's not fucking fair.
you
you
built one business, faded, and then built another one.
the judge, right,
Yeah.
can sit there and press for child support,
Alimony.
for alimony, for spousal support,
Tell me the difference. Because I only thought alimony.
and the business.
Tell me the difference between alimony and spousal support.
Alimony is basically when you fuck up. That's just money that
Is that a lump sum?
it depends on the judge. That's something that the judge feels is feasible for pain and suffering. Yo, it's fucking crazy, bro. And spousal support is if, okay, you was the breadwinner for all these years and you ain't have no job. They'll look at it, okay, oh, well, that person was holding down the fort to maintain that household. You gotta pay that person
To maintain that lifestyle.
to maintain that lifestyle, bro. Why do you think Tyrese was crying on that motherfucking social media and shit? Shout out to Tyrese, man. That's my guy.
Yeah. And
They
Diddy,
robbed him.
and they did Diddy wrong too, man. Was it $100,000 a month to 3 baby mamas?
But check it though. To Diddy, shout out to Diddy. That ain't shit.
Really?
To Diddy, that ain't shit. $100,000? That ain't nothing. To live his fucking lifestyle, do you know how much it costs every month
Probably 6.
to fit all the bills to everything he owned?
$600K?
Hell no, bro. That's more than that.
$1 million?
Bro, this man touching $1 billion.
Damn, alright. This is a 6-figure month income.
Bro,
7 figures.
P. Diddy, are you kidding me? You know how many kids he got?
Nah, he got more than Eddie Murphy, don't he? No, Eddie Murphy got 10.
I think he has less than 10 kids, though. You know what I'm saying? Diddy.
Shit.
And they all older. Like, literally. That ain't shit to Diddy. $100,000, that's $300,000 a month. Here, take that. Why you think they owning shit? Like, everything he owns, like Ciroc. Do you know how much Ciroc makes a month? Are you kidding me?
I got you.
He's like, shit, I don't give a fuck, Judge. I make more than you. Go ahead. That's how arrogant this motherfucker is. Even 50 Cent, when he said, oh, he had to pay his baby moms $1 million.
Like,
When the chick put him on child support, he said, that's it? I paid the motherfucker off $1 million.
how much was she asking for?
I don't know. Depends on what they did, because when you got your own business, you can finagle shit.
Yeah,
And you could times the year all the way until when it stops. Here, $1 million, that's it. I ain't got a problem. Hey, John, get that shit out my account. Pay it to her right now. Cause she's gonna blow all that shit. And that's a fact.
So, to y'all women out there, think y'all smart. Let it be known there's some men out here that know what they doing.
Especially me. Now I know what I'm doing.
Man getting his credit right. He got a vision for his business.
Well, my credit is good.
Yeah.
I just want, I'm in a point off topic that I want my credit to be even better. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
want to
got
get up there with 800 Club. And
that black card.
I can guarantee you next year
Yeah.
I'll be at 800.
Really? That quick?
Bro, just pay your bills on time.
But you told me the trick. You said pay on a small bill like $30. You said $30 a month.
Okay, here's a trick. Here's a trick for y'all, right? You get a credit card, right?
Mhm.
Pay it twice.
Okay.
Let's just say they say you got to pay the bill on the 24th, right?
Okay.
Pay it on the 15th. Pay it on the 24th. The computer system, right, recognizes that you paid 2 bills in 1 month. Your credit goes up because you shocked the computer. Like, the computer is built, right, and fixed to only calculate the
One
bill
at a
you
time.
paid one at a time. Now you're paying 2 at a time.
So let me ask, have you done this before where, like, as I've done it by accident, I overpaid my credit card?
You don't want to do that.
Really?
Look,
I did it by accident one time and I didn't notice it until I looked at my...
You can pay it over, but you're not showing any
like, growth.
what do they call it? You're not showing the steps because
You're like a good credit history.
yeah, they want to see your credit history, so they want to see you take the steps to pay them back. Now you could pay them off in one whop, but you're not showing them that okay, when they give you something, you can pay it in installments. They want to see installments. You feel what I'm saying? So what you want to do is you want to pay them in installments, pay them twice. You feel what I'm saying? Now that's just the first credit card. Pay that off. This what I do, right? This
Okay.
what I do. It's not even a secret. This is what everybody else do, right?
Okay.
Okay, you get a credit card for about $500, right?
Okay.
You buy something with the minimum, which is the minimum they probably have over where
It's like you can only use
it's like under 30%.
Yeah.
Right? You pay the monthly bill, right? But pay $100 a month. Right? Pay $100 a month. Just do it. Cause you can do that.
Wait a minute. So if it's
You
30, so if it's say I just bought gas for $20,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pay $100 that month,
Just pay that $100 a month.
even if it was just 20.
You could do it like even if it's 20, you can do $50. You can pay $50. You know what I'm saying, half of the month and pay the other $50, right? But what you want to do is you want the credit card company to give you more money,
a bigger credit limit.
a bigger credit limit, right?
Okay.
This what I do, right? So you pay $100 a month,
Okay.
right? You do that for 5 months, right? Once you close it out, leave $1 in there.
Huh?
You want the computer to show that you paid the balance off, but you still have money on it. $1, right?
Okay.
The credit card company is going to call you or send you something in the mail telling you, we want to increase your limit. Say yeah. They might increase it $200, right? Do it again. The same steps, right?
Yeah.
Do it another time for the third time, right?
3 times. Okay.
3 times. They'll up the credit limit, right?
Okay.
Now you have credit history that you can pay your bills back on time. You did it 3 times. And every time they raise your credit limit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now they say, okay, well, damn, if he's paying this amount every month and every quarterly we give him a raise and he pays that off, now other big boys are coming in. The major credit cards.
Chase.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they sitting there and they like, well, shit, damn, he got a credit limit of $800 or $1,000, right?
Yeah.
He can do that easy. Well, Chase gonna come in. You want to get a credit card? Yeah. I mean, they might get a soft inquiry, which means you might lose a few points, but that's all good.
Yeah, because you know you're gonna pay. You're gonna do the same.
'Cause you're
shit.
gonna do the
You're
same
gonna same thing over 3 more times.
You could do, and at the same time, it'll raise your credit score. Not getting off subject, but the end of this, right? You could do this for a whole year, right?
Okay.
You can get a credit card worth $5,000 to $10,000
In a year? Shit. Oh.
$5,000 to $10,000 in a year. A credit card,
Give me.
no bullshit.
And this is legal.
It's all legal.
Give
It has something to do with credit.
Give me a month. I'll let you know. Cause I'll give people my credit score 707, 711, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, cool, good. I got every credit card I could, every credit card company. Hey, what's going on? I got one from my bank, paying it off, and I have one from Chase. I just left it in a drawer, and I still got it there. I ain't touching it yet.
Open it.
Really? I got 2.
Open them. Because
It's only a $500 credit card though.
it doesn't matter. Open them. You can only spend $5. It doesn't matter. Open that damn card. Because you already know the more cards that are open, your credit score hikes up.
Yeah, because you're paying off different credit cards.
Right. If you don't do anything with your credit, this shit ain't going nowhere. It's going to sit there.
Yeah,
You know this.
yeah.
Buy something $5. And then when you buy something $5 the next day, right? Put $10 on that shit. Put that shit back in the drawer. Do the same shit for all the other ones. Your credit go up. I'm talking about 800 credit score, bro. Do you know What
And for-
800 credit score
And for my lady-
for me?
And for my ladies out there who are like, I'm not sure where to start, this is a good place to start, because now what you can do, and there's plenty of people out there, like the book you're showing me, but I got into on Instagram, there's an effortless guy who's working at a bank, three banks, and he started his own credit card, company where he can show people how to get, and one of his videos got a stack of credit cards this high.
It's just crazy.
He don't pay no interest on it. He opens up the credit card and no interest on it. You can buy property with it. You can open a business with it. You can elevate your business. You can do anything with that credit card, and all you gotta do is pay it off.
Mm-hmm.
No interest on it. And I was like, give me 2 months. I want to be there because I want to create a bigger buffer zone for me and my lady, so that if shit, even if it just like this little tap, fuck it, we good.
Mm-hmm.
So, advice for the ladies and the guys out there that have no knowledge of credit history: hit up my man Faison. Mobile Haircuts LLC. Mobile Haircuts LLC on Instagram.
The best I can.
Yeah. And oh gosh, thank you for that. You learn something every day.
He knows.
That's true. That's true.
He knows.
But you need a reminder all the time.
You credit is everything. And if you get your credit good, you know what I'm saying, you'll be more confident to get in a relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because then they look at you like, oh, you ain't shit. No, you ain't shit.
You ain't
because
shit.
I got a good credit score. Do you?
And this is important because my mom, my lady's mom, asked me about my credit score, and I was like, that was the weirdest shit in the world to ask me.
Opportunities, bro. If somebody comes to you and they ask you about your credit score, that means that person is indulging in money and credit. That's how I see it.
And the thing is we're not saying that we do love money. Fuck it, we love it because it gives you options and opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're not saying that that's what we love.
I'm not in love with money.
Yeah, but we love it to the point where we say, hey, what can I do with this? How can I increase my financial independence? How can I get more opportunity out here? Because I feel that if women understood just that piece, shit, relationships would be a whole lot better. That's one of the reasons why relationships fail is money and lack of understanding and being ignorant, and not saying stupid ignorant, but just ignorant to just knowledge. And so, shit, my girl don't get a credit card, but we gonna fix that in a minute.
Maybe it might be a good thing that she doesn't, because
That's true.
No, well, maybe it might be a good thing that she has one, because if she knows you got one, she might use yours.
Nah, it's all in my pocket, so she don't touch it.
All right.
And I trust her. So
not saying that
we love you, Takia. We love you.
But I'm just saying, you know how y'all spend money.
Yeah, impulse buy, emotional buying. So, and she's not. She used to be like that, and now that we're together and we're putting these things together, it's like, yeah, them shoes. So.
It ain't about that. You only get respect when you make big purchases, property, businesses, assets.
Rich Dad Radio Show, best podcast to listen to because he interviews people just like we do about money, and for people who are working jobs who are investing in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, nothing wrong with it. My thing is I've seen too many people who got their ass handed to them from the market and investing in a 401k. Nothing wrong with it. It gives you money. 8% return, not necessarily guaranteed, but it gives you 8% return. My thing is, you get one piece of property, you 1031 exchange, you pay the taxes later, invest it in one more property, and look at it best this way. You have how many bills? Probably five, maybe. If you just working a regular job and you say, hey, I want to get into some real estate. You got your rent or your mortgage, car, insurance, and the food and stuff. And then you got maybe a lifestyle. So that's 5 bills. You get one property, 1031 exchange that, you get a couple of units in there, or you get just one family house and you rent that out. 1031 exchange, pay the taxes later, invest it in one more property. You get that done for 5 bills in your hand. Lose your job.
You ain't got to worry about shit.
And increase your credit limit.
Mm-hmm.
Because now banks are now investing in that. They're gonna see if you go to the bank and ask for a loan, which I mean some of them do, some don't. But if you find funding, and then oh gosh, we'll do this later. We'll do it later. We'll do that later. But you know, for the people out there, man, like the reasons why I guess men there's a video that listed out some of the reasons why men don't get married. And I said, it's true. And we kind of spoke on it earlier, but I'm going to just list them off, and then we'll kind of just go over them real quick, and then we'll let the people have the rest of their night. All right? Number 1, loss of respect due to portrayal of men nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Men, you know, back in the day, respect. Hey, I come home, I get the big piece of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all eat what else is there. Y'all get the green beans, the mashed potatoes, maybe some mac and cheese. Nowadays, look at it this way. You know who Will Ferrell is, right? Will Ferrell?
Yeah. They had the little thing on Main Street.
What?
The show, the movie. It's on Main Street right now.
Really?
Yeah, that ass. I was driving on Main Street. Sorry about that. I was driving on Main Street and I seen it at the Nickelodeon joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. Big highlights.
Damn. Okay. But back to the point. I understand
He
what
wants
you're
to see
saying.
that.
I got you. But Will Ferrell is the poster child of portraying a male father as an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, but we don't realize that the television is telling us exactly what we're experiencing. Everybody loves Raymond, his wife would degrade him just verbally. Kings of Queens, Doug would just get hammered by Carrie all day long. What else? I mean, too many shows that the guys would get degraded verbally, and it's funny, and it is funny. It's legitimate comedy, but most of us can't tell the difference. Because I know when my lady talked to me, you ain't calling me no asshole unless I deserve it.
Mm-hmm. They don't like the names, B. Believe me.
And I'm not calling you no bitch.
If they call you a name, you got less than a second to call them one back.
I don't do that, but yeah, I understand.
All jokes.
I got you. But number 2, loss of sex. And the numbers say that cohabitation leads to more sex than marriage. Mm-hmm. Is that true in your marriage?
I don't think we had a problem in that area.
So it's probably individual.
Yeah, I don't feel like I had a problem in that area. Maybe if I didn't want to, it's because I didn't want to.
I got you.
I was probably disgusted by a situation. I just like, hey, I don't even want to see you right now.
I got you. And I think the reason why the numbers say that is because when you're cohabitating, you're sort of missing that person, or you're just like, hey, you working, boom. But now you're in marriage. That's a responsibility. That's hey man, shit. We gotta do that tonight. We got it. When we gonna do this? And I can understand it. You know, when you an alpha male doing your shit and you come home, you just like you wait, you done. You gotta muster up some energy to do it. But when you cohabitate and you just doing your thing, you're just like, hey, you do your little ass here and there, and that's it. So I understand where it's coming from on that end. Number 3, loss of children and money. You understand? You know, you go to court. I mean, you the one footing the bill. Like you said, alimony, spousal support, child support, and lawyers fees.
That's a lot, bro.
And that's
depressing.
And that's not even counting the fact that whatever happened might not have happened. Mike Tyson is a good example. Rape. He didn't rape the person. Kobe didn't rape the girl, but paid her off. And I'm like, shit. Oh my gosh.
They didn't want their names being tarnished.
And I'm just thinking to myself, I know Kobe got had hella money when he was alive. And shout out to my man, greatness to the man.
Mama.
Dude. That mama mentality is real. But when you got to pay somebody that has lied on you, and John Sally on Vlad TV interview, shout out to DJ Vlad, said Kobe was not even a party at any point in his life. He was in the gym, back at the house at the gym. And so for somebody, and they brought him out for one party, and that's when it happened. And I was like, please. Number 4, loss of space. You know, when you get a house, as soon as you look at the house, the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathrooms, I get the attic, the basement, and the garage. Those are probably some of the dirtiest places in the house. You got to spend money to literally change the entire setting to your liking, and it's smaller than the rest of the house that she has. Nothing wrong with that. If you have said, okay, hey baby, this is you, do your thing. But when we got together, this is our home, meaning that's our kitchen, that's our attic, that's our basement, that's our garage. Now, there's gonna be ebb and flow with that. Hey, I'm parking the car in here. Yeah, yada yada yada, whatever. But when guys, I understand why guys do that. It's just like I lost total lack of freedom to do what I want in my house. And if they're paying the bill, they're paying the bill. I mean,
a man needs his freedom. So does a woman.
Yeah, and we understand that women do need it. But y'all both can have freedom with respect to one another. Loss of freedom, we just said that. And the single life, like you said, is it provides more benefits to a male than marriage does. If you look at the pros and cons. And depending on what pros and cons you list. What you think? I feel like we're gonna get a lot of comments.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not speaking from a single perspective.
Okay.
I'm not single. I'm just saying. But when you are single, you have more control over things. You know what I'm saying? Than when you are in a relationship or a marriage, because it's like you're thinking not of yourself, you're thinking of what the next person is going to feel about you. You know what I'm saying? So of course you're going to sit there and you like, let's see what she said. And all you just said was you going outside in front with the fellas.
Yeah, and in respect to my lady, she's and I have had instances where I've gone out and not yesterday. Was the photo shoot was yesterday, right?
No, shit was
Monday. Okay, I told her that, and she called me and said, "Hey, where you at? I'm at the photo shoot." Oh, I don't remember that. And I mean, I might have just said it excitingly, "Hey, I'm doing this, and this," and she might have just said, "Hey, I got something to do," or she was tired, so I understood. But for me to have to say, "Hey, I don't want to go to this movie," and you badgering me, "Hey, babe, I really want to see it. It's so cute. You loved it last time," or if I can be honest, I didn't love that shit at all. I'm sorry.
I'm telling them off the rip how I feel.
And I do that too. And my thing is, as guys, we got to understand that you can have your freedom, but have boundaries. Don't be passive. Period. Because they're going to run all over you.
Be a man. They tell you that every day. They tell you, be a man. Be that man.
And my dad even told me, Doug, don't be afraid of confrontation. And I said, okay.
Especially with a woman.
And I said, okay.
Have respect.
Yeah, have respect. Don't get too argumentative with them, but just know that when you put your foot down, that means it. Exactly what it means. If I'm cooking tonight, you eating what I'm eating.
You heard what I said. I want the big piece of chicken.
And yeah, she might say, man, F that, I ain't doing that. But in the back of her mind, she's like, I know. Because it's happened to me before. So, any last words, man? I know we had to spend a little more time on the podcast than usual.
Yeah, we're working on that. No, not necessarily. I'll just say that, like I said before from the beginning, if you have this type of quarrel with yourself where you feel as though you don't want to get married to that man or woman, you know, seek some type of guidance. Not more or less saying your pastor or whatever, but as if your pastor has that credentials to, you know, inflict some type of therapy on your situation. You know what I'm saying? And they can give you a full breakdown of how you can go about understanding yourselves and understanding each other. Go and do that.
Good.
Go and do that.
For me, like you said before, like make sure you put it up front. You are who you are. Darius did it earlier.
He was drunk a little bit too.
That's true. It was true. That's true. But I mean, I understood where he's coming from because, hey, if
He was being real. He was like, yo, I'm a fuck up.
Yeah, and I said that's who I like being around, is somebody who can be honest with me. Tell me, hey, bro, you messing up, you fucking up. Okay, yeah, tell me that, but also, hey, where can I go to get this fuck up taken care of?
Absolutely.
And so when it comes to getting a relationship, understand that y'all both have them. Y'all need to somehow, like you said, seek guidance, especially if you're getting confrontational about it. And then on top of that, understand that y'all on this journey together. Marriage isn't, oh, I'm coming from this end, you coming from this end, and that's it. Y'all are commingling everything. And that means assets, financials, love, emotions, all that shit. And it's an investment. That means this is for the long haul, so death do you part. Understand that with any investment, there's going to be ebbs and flows in the market. Real estate is the same way, stocks the same way. But when you withdraw, meaning you kick that bucket or you on the deathbed, you be like, I have no regrets about my marriage.
Absolutely.
And like you said, seek guidance.
Seek guidance.
What time we gonna do that, Sean? Because we got 3 good ones.
I want to do.
Which one?
I was talking to Dana about slavery of choice.
Oh yeah! I was waiting on it. All right, I'm gonna get on that tomorrow.
I want to touch on that. That one is gonna be the gusto.
Okay. This one was alright. This was. Well, we poked at the bear a little bit. We did this.
This one was alright.
Yeah.
But the next one is gonna be BAM!
And I actually talked about. I saw my old history. My old art teacher. He was as an African descent, and I asked him about that, and he said. So, stay tuned. Leave your emotions, the pussy shit at the door, because this one's gonna blow your socks off. Especially for people that look like us, man. Understand that this next one's gonna be powerful. So, you love y'all, man. Doses.